Welcome, dear listener. Tonight we leave the modern world behind and travel back across the seas of time. We're heading to a place of marble pillars, golden sunsets, and eternal stone. We are going to ancient Rome. Before we begin, find your most comfortable position. Let your shoulders melt into the bed. Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Tonight you don't need to remember dates or names. Just let the story wash over you like a warm Mediterranean breeze. Let's begin our journey at the very beginning, where the myth meets the earth. Imagine a wild, untouched landscape of 7 green hills along the Tiber River. Long before the Colosseum, there was only the sound of water and the wind in the grass. Legend tells of 2 brothers, Romulus and Remus, abandoned as infants but saved by a miracle. A she-wolf found them and cared for them as her own. As they grew, they chose these 7 hills to build a city. In the year 753 BC, Romulus struck the first stone into the earth. This small settlement of huts would one day rule the world. For centuries, Rome was led by kings, 7 in total. They built the first bridges and the great sewers, turning marshland into a meeting place called the Forum. It was a time of foundations, of planting seeds in the Italian soil that would grow for 1,000 years. The Romans were a proud people. They decided that no single king should ever hold all the power. They created the Republic, a government of the people for the people. Imagine the Senate, a grand hall filled with men in white woolen togas, debating under the soft light of oil lamps. This was the era of the citizen soldier. The Roman legions began to march, not for conquest at first, but for protection. But soon, their discipline became legendary. They crossed the Alps. They sailed across the sea to face the mighty Carthage. Under the leadership of great men like Scipio, Rome became the master of the Mediterranean. Trade ships filled with silk, spices, and grain began to flow into the city's ports. Rome was no longer a village. It was a heartbeat that the whole world could feel. As the Republic grew too large, a new figure emerged from the dust of battle: Julius Caesar. He was a man of silver speech and iron will. He led his legions through the dark, misty forests of Gaul, expanding the world's map. But back in Rome, the Senate trembled at his power. In a moment that changed history forever, Caesar stood at the banks of the Rubicon River. To cross it with his army meant war. "The die is cast," he whispered. He marched into Rome and took control, ending the old republic and beginning something new. Though his life ended in shadows on the floor of the Senate, his name became a title that would echo through history. Caesar, a word for power, a word for the beginning of an empire. After the storms of war came the great peace, the Pax Romana. Caesar's heir, Augustus, became the first true emperor. He famously said, "I found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble." Close your eyes and imagine walking through Rome during this time. The sun shines on the white limestone of the Pantheon. Water flows through magnificent stone aqueducts, traveling miles from the mountains to cool the city's fountains. This was the time of the 5 good emperors. Men like Trajan, who built the empire to its greatest size, and Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king who wrote about kindness and stoicism by the light of a campfire on the frontier. The empire was a vast, golden tapestry stretching from the rainy hills of Britain to the burning sands of Egypt. But even the longest day must end in a sunset. The empire became too vast to hold. It was split into west and east to keep it alive. Slowly, the legions grew tired, and the borders grew thin. In the year 476, the last emperor of the West stepped down. The great gates of Rome were opened, and the ancient world transitioned into a new era. Yet, Rome never truly died. It lives in the words we speak, the laws we follow, and the roads we walk upon. The stones may have crumbled, but the spirit of the eternal city remains in the very air of civilization. The fires of the Forum have dimmed now. The senators have gone home, and the legions are at rest. The marble statues are silent under the moon. Your journey is over for tonight. The history of Rome is now just a quiet whisper in the back of your mind. Sleep now, surrounded by the strength of the mountains and the peace of the stars. Sleep and dream of the eternal city. Good night.